Isn't it ironic that those of us who are laughed at by our families and our friends, maybe who are now old friends, over the last 12 months, because so much has actually gone on to separate and divide us. But the fact is, there are two earths now. There are lots of people. There are the people that know this is the Great Awakening, and there are the people that they've been lied to, manipulated, and then there are the people that are buying into the agenda and believing what the government is saying, believing what their politicians are saying, and or even if they're not quite believing, they're still following the orders, and they're not really giving themselves permission to step into their true sovereignty. And this is what I'm doing at the moment around the sacred feminine work and the course I'm about to run called the Queen Codes. And it's all going to be really about tapping into your inner queen, your sovereignty, and really learning how to listen to her and how to live from the truth of who she really is, by activating self-worth, by activating self-love, by bringing up the very deep-rooted beliefs around shame and the fear of not being seen, and the programming, all the stuff that we were taught by our parents, that has just kept the emotions really kind of pushed down into the womb. And so we start to get problems around periods or menstruation. The hormones are all over the place. We get all kind of belly problems. We get all sorts of self-worth issues around stepping into our sexuality and our joy and our pleasure. And we're frightened to really shine our light and to believe in who we are and what we have to give to the world. And so the Queen's Code is really about honouring and respecting and welcoming and remembering that beautiful divine woman, that queen that we can have access to at any time. But for many women, it's been forgotten, and the woman has taken on so much of her ancestry. You know, those of us who are called crazy or wild women or rebels, or the goddess, the wild goddess, we are the ones that I do believe that when we're all up in heaven, that our siblings and our friends and our families will say, and not through ego, but they will say, she was spot on with that. She was spot on. And it's not about wanting to be right. It's about really feeling the sacred grief, the sacred rage around what we have lost, not just as women, but as mothers, as daughters, as wives, as girlfriends, what we have lost, what we haven't been able to give to our sons, to our partners, to our lovers, and how they have been so affected by us not being able to be in our feminine, and they've really forgotten how to be in their masculine. So there is so much healing for us to do, and stepping in and unlocking the codes to your inner queendom, to your inner queen, is one of the most tender and precious and magnificent gifts that I could give back to my sisters, who I know are struggling with many of these issues I've spoken about, because I see you every day as clients, as friends, as sisters. It's not always spoken about, but it's there, and it's really, really, really longing and ready to be fully met in this present moment, 2021, because it's all coming up to be healed. It's very powerful times. Big love. And if you want to know more about the Queen's Codes, drop me a message and I'll send you a link. Take care.